everybody. I can't even speak this morning. Hi everybody, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. Today I just want to talk to you about what's going on in my life and the kind of like craziness that's been taking place. I thought I would sit down since my doctor told me I can put away my crutches. Woohoo! I can stand up for a little bit longer and start getting my life in order, like cleaning my house on a regular basis. Woohoo! Though I still have a lump underneath my knee, which my physical therapist is working on me to help minimize. I can start walking in the mornings, which I've been doing with my dogs. That's Pumbaa, by the way. Timon kind of took off somewhere. I don't know where he went. Oh, he's over there on the other side. You can't see him. He's outside of camera range. But, so if you hear the snarkle, glumbering, and the snoring sounds, those are my dogs. And they're bulldogs, so they kind of make noises. So anyways, so welcome to my channel. If you don't know much about me, it's okay. I'm very simple to understand. I am a domestic engineer, aka a housewife, and that's okay. It's really cool. And you know, this is what me and my husband a long time ago, many years ago, discussed about things and opportunities and stuff. And I'm a full-time. How would you like to say? I am a volunteer. My occupation is a volunteer. I go out and I do things. I volunteer for many different organizations here on the base that we live at. I am a wife of a Marine, and I adopt Marines and sailors upon this base, support them. I go to their graduations and I take pictures and send them off to their family members. So even though their parents can't be here, I can help support them by doing that on their behalf. So I do a lot of things upon the base, as well as support my local charities and churches in this area. So that's what I do. I am a professional volunteer. So I do many things. I just don't get paid for it. So my job is taking care of my husband. That's what I do, and I don't mind doing it. I love it. That's my job. If you call it a job, I call it a passion. But anyways, but that's me. I live here at McCaxey, Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, 29 Palms. And like many things about being married to a Marine is your spouse takes off a lot. A lot. They go through schools. They go through training. They go through integrated training exercises, known as ITX, or you know, whatever. They go out into the hills and the valleys and all the different places, and they blow things up. That's what they do. Jump out of helicopters, out of Osprey, out of, you know, they do all these crazy little things. But one of the main things that they do enough, and you probably heard about this, is deploy. They go on deployments. They go all over the world, and they're gone for a while. Marines go 6, 9, and 12-month deployments. Now, my husband recently just got back from a deployment just before Christmas. He just got home. He is now leaving again, and I'm putting this down here with, you know, nailing it. He is leaving, like in the near future, like right around the corner, and so we are in this zone where he is leaving, and I'm feeling kind of like raw and emotional in this point right now because he just got home. We don't have a one-on-one dwell, which usually means they have 1 year home. That doesn't include the trainings and stuff, and that's not considered, but it's usually 1 year before they deploy again. We don't have that one-on-one dwell time right now. He's leaving. There was something that occurred that required him to step into a position and take over a assignment and get into a position where a unit is needing him to be because they were stepping out for a deployment and he was needed. So here we are in this situation. Ta-da! Okay. Does that make me happy? No. But is there anything I can do about it? No. But put my big girl panties on and just deal with it. I can let the rawness of being upset of, again, watching my husband get on a damn white bus and go into harm's way continuously make me sad, which I normally don't do in public, except once in a while when I'm feeling raw, like right now. Obvious much. But the truth is, I'm not going to lie to you. I've had people believe it or not, say, well, you knew what we've all heard this at one point in our married lives. You knew what you're getting into. You married somebody in the service, and you knew they were going to leave. Duh. Yeah, we get that. But our hearts are involved. And emotionally attaching yourself into this, knowing that they're going to go into harm's way, still affects us. So, And I have a love-hate relationship with the white bus. I hate it when it shows up to take them away. I hate that white bus. Now, I will be humorous. Me and my husband joke around when he has to leave. We tell the bus driver, do you not know how to drive that thing? It's that pedal on your right-hand side. You accelerate and it gets him, takes him away. Please, can you get him away from me already? He's getting on my nerves. It's not because we really mean that. It just, we're playing around because we've been amplified emotionally raw to this point because we've been waiting for that, axe to drop to get this deployment started, that we're raw. Because once they're gone, we can start counting down the days for them to start coming home. And we start getting really anxious when that calendar starts pulling off months, so we can look at that week starts getting closer to them coming home, and then we get really jubilant, really excited, because then we start decorating the house and start putting up the banners, and we start getting celebratory of that event of him coming home. And then that white bus is the angel of mercy bringing our low one home to victory. It's like, yay! Right now, I'm hating that white bus. I'm telling you, I'm hating that white bus. But one of the things that we've been looking at in real life is our future plans, because my husband has been a Marine for 26 years. And with that being said, there is going to be an end date. Most military personnel, active duty, enlisted, there's a difference between enlisted and officers as far as how long they can be in the military, serve actively in the military. There is an age, but there's also a time of service. And enlisted military personnel can stay in up to 30 years. We're pushing it because of time of enlistment and extension. But we have about 4.5 years remaining-ish, almost 5 years, basically, before we're done. We're done with this game. We're done. So we have been talking for a couple years now about changes that we've been wanting, and we started implementing this a couple years back because we just really didn't know what we were going to do. There's so many things that were flying at us, ideas, but honestly, we did not have a clue because we come from two different ideas as far as what we were looking at. But then over the years, when our children were growing up, it's different when you have your kids in the house, but when they grow up, you kind of like lose your balance. What do we do? I don't know. And we kind of lost our balance. We really didn't know what we were going to do. Now we're kind of like thinking, well, we have this time, but what do we really want to do? And we're narrowing the focus, but we still have a lot of steps to take into what we're going to do going up to retirement and then preceding retirement. We still don't know where we're going to go after retirement, like where we're going to put our roots in and live, but we don't have to make that jump right away. We have time. However, it's what do we do when we get there? What do we have to do before we get there? And we noticed, and I wish we would have really paid attention before that, but we just didn't see it. You don't know what you don't know. But we're wasting a lot of money living in government housing. And people are like, I get you. But at the time, we were told many times over that we'd be moving. And then they changed our orders and we're here. And then we were told we're going to be moving again. And then they changed our orders and we're here. So if we would have known proactively in advance that we were going to be staying here, we would have moved out of this house several years ago. But you don't know what you don't know. So with this deployment coming up, my husband and I have a lot of legal things to take into place and things that we have to take care of. And then we are putting into motion financial wickets that we're going to be, we've already started a couple years ago. And then, we paid off several big item debts and we're going to continue to knock down some of the others. But once he comes home, we're going to, one, move out of here. We've noticed that we are only utilizing our bedroom, a bathroom, the garage, of course, the kitchen, and a living room area, and that's it. So but we're also going to look down at what really do we must have to survive, and really minimize our living expenses, our living areas. What do we truly need to benefit ourselves, and just cut out the excess, and pretty much do that, and putting that into actual, no kidding, we're going to make it work. And we're going to minimize our lives to the extreme. I mean, it's going to be really weird, and we're probably going to kick ourselves in the butt when we put it. We're probably going to have life shock when we do it, but it's going to benefit us, because if we break it down over the next 3 years, it's going to save us. I can't say how much it's going to save us right now. I did the guesstimation, but until we actually do what we're going to do and do the cost analysis after the first year, then I can probably do a video then. But first we have to actually put it into fruition. So guesstimating isn't really going to put anything out there, but it can save us at least $10,000 to $12,000 a year, if not more. But that's going to have to take once we break into and actually put it into fruition, because we're spending about in this place, we're spending $2,300 on this place. If we move out and move to a smaller place that doesn't cost us that much, it can afford us a lot more, where we can divest that money into other areas and pay debt down. So when he comes home, we're supposed to again have orders. We've already been told there's a place that we are being informed that we are supposed to be going to. But again, I don't trust it until it's hard orders. We've been told multiple times that we're going to be moving. And again, we're here. 8 years. Going on 8 years. By the time he gets home, it's going to be 8 years. We've been told for 8 years that we're going to be moving. And, well, I shouldn't say 8 years. We've been told for 4 years that we're going to be moving, and that has not come to fruition. We're still here. Until hard orders are in hand, I'm not going to believe that taking place. So I'm going to still move forward to the first portion of our plan. But until hard orders hit, I won't believe it until I see it, and then we'll take care of what needs to be taken care of there. But I would love, I've already started looking at ideas and things in that perspective, that area, and that maybe idea of where we're going to next, so I can have a kind of a pre-plan just in case it is. If not, I do know we're not going Oconus, which is outside the continental U.S. We're not going overseas. We just don't have enough time left in the military for them to grant us overseas orders. And with that in mind, that leaves us to the U.S. for them to send us, and that's any Marine Corps base within the United States. So I don't know. Wherever they send us, they send us. But we'll have to make do once we know where we're going. And it's going from point A to point B, how we're going to get there, and the expenditures to get there. Yep. But again, we don't know until we have it in hand, and so I can only plan for so much in advance. I can only pre-plan for so many things, and it's so much variables outside that I just don't know until I know. But our future plans are, again, like I said, we are looking to minimize, economize, and we are putting in a plan. Like my husband's TSP, we're changing into our retirement plans, putting some of it into a more high-risk adventure, and some of it still keeping within a conservative risk, so we're not putting all eggs in one basket kind of a thing, so we don't lose it all. But we are looking at that. But we do have goals in mind. But overall, how am I feeling? I'm trying to stay focused on keeping myself busy and working forward to keeping what we need to take care of, getting stuff in order, taking care of, getting the vehicles ready, and taking care of the pets, and getting, making the list of this is for the house, this is for the family, this is, the budgetary needs and stuff like that. So we have things that can be taken care of while he's gone. So when he comes home, it's not all dumped on him to at once instead of us being able to have, you know, our time together and then slowly ease into it and then all of a sudden dump everything on him. So I have something to stay focused and jubilant, be happy about working on, as well as, you know, taking care, you know, working with my church and my community and keeping my volunteering going. But in all honesty, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not happy. My heart hurts because I'm saying bye to my husband again. I'm watching him leave. Working late hours. Walking into a situation that we were not planning on. Staying up late at the office, trying to redo and readjust to things that this is his job, this is what he loves doing. He loves being a Marine. Let me explain this to you. He loves being a Marine. He loves sharing the knowledge that he has acquired over all these years and sharing it with these Marines and seeing them get it and light up. Oh, I didn't know it that way. And then take that knowledge and run with it. He loves this. This is his job and he loves it. And I love seeing him come home when he's had that experience with a couple of Marines and he's shared that information and he watched them get it and he knows it wasn't a waste. It feels like he's not wasting his time. But he is also, we're not young, we're older. And I mean, when you watch your son go into the Marine Corps and become a Marine himself, and when you have grandchildren and you're standing there and watching our children are the same age as them, you feel kind of different. And it's odd sometimes looking at these young Marines, realizing that they're the same age as your kids, and it's kind of like weird. But my heart hurts because I'm watching my husband leave again, and I'm watching him get tired and worn out. His body isn't as young and bouncing back from injuries as it used to. Between surgeries on shoulder and elbow and his foot and, you know, just things that he's endured over the years, you know, being blown up and thrown into a wall. And I worry every time he has to leave. And I pray over him and his units, the battalion, the regiments, everything, the companies that he's with. I pray for their safety, their well-being, mentally, emotionally, physically, for each of them to come home safe. But this is what they do, and this is what I'll do, is I'll stand up and support each and every one of them until they all come home. And that's what we're going to do, is we're doing another deployment. And that's what my job is. I'm the cheerleader. So, anyways, thank you everybody for being here with me today and going over my crazy life and this journey that we're going on. So I'll update you guys later and as we continue on, but I gotta get back to house chores because these dogs shed like crazy. My Roomba is having a hard time keeping up with their shedding right now because yeah, they're a lot to handle. But you guys take care of each other, love one another. I'll see you guys around here later next time. Bye everybody. Bye.